Hi guys, Scorching Patriot MC here. Today I'm doing Alt.costumes episode 4 with Spider-Man Web of Shadows. This is one of the few games on the PS3 that I come back to time and time again, even though it doesn't have trophies, because mostly on PS3 I only come back to the trophy games. So, first of all I'm going to show you the red suit. And right now I'm showing you a Stark International billboard, which obviously has Iron Man on it. And there are many things like this, like the ones I'm going to show you now, of different posters that have relevance to different things in the Marvel Universe. Like you can see here, there's a Hydra one and a Black Widow one. I think there's a Dazzler one around here somewhere as well. Yeah, the red poster in the middle, and I think that one that says Nico, I believe that may be a reference to the Runaways character. And obviously there's a Daily Bugle one there. And if you look around enough, there are tons of them, such as ones featuring the Human Torch, and the Baxter Building is even in this game, with a big 4 symbol on it, and it's got loads of the spider emblems. Anyway, the suit that Spider-Man's wearing in this is mostly the same from the comics. As you can see, it's got the proper design with the little spider on top. No, not on top, on the back, and the little spider in front. That's what I meant to say. The mask is no different from the comics. There are no real differences, except they made it a little bit more shaded, but that's for the game, obviously. You saw a little bit of the combat there with the web strike. That's a move that you use mostly a lot in the game. And I just went past another billboard there, which was recruitment for S.H.I.E.L.D. So that's the end of the red suit, and next up will be the black suit, I believe. I thought that would be a nice transition into the next one. So I've just swapped into the black suit, and I do like the transformation that they do in this game. It's really symbiotish, if you get what I mean. So the black suit is the more aggressive side, and the red suit is the more lighter, happier Spider-Man. But this kind of is a hybrid of the moves that he can do in the comics with the symbiote. As you can see, he was using tendrils, which he doesn't use that often when he's got a symbiote on, and obviously Venom is in control of symbiote in the comics, and this storyline never happened, because they don't usually adapt storylines from the comics. But I do like the gameplay that it gives it, because they need the suits to feel different. So if it was just like a cloth symbiote suit, which are in the comics, then it wouldn't have really been much use. But the way it is, it does do a lot. So here's another web strike, but this time with the black suit. There are more variety of moves that you can do with the black suit and the red suit with the web strikes, but this is quite early on in the game in another one of my playthroughs, so I just had to settle for the normal moves. Here's fighting a big thug, and this is where the black suit's aggressiveness can come in handy, because thugs like that just went past the big baseball bat, they're quite tough and they can hit you miles away. So I think that's about it, is it? I'm not sure. Well, anyway, I'm swinging through the buildings, and the free roam in this is pretty good. The only problem I have with it is that you can't free roam after the game's finished. Game Unboxing Reviews has told me that you can somehow swing around the city after the game, but it does involve you starting from the beginning, but you get to keep all your upgrades. So it sounds quite cool, and I've never done that. I may attempt to do it one time. So as you can see, that's the end of the black suit. Back to the red suit, going to Luke Cage, and here's another thing that I thought would look cool, but I couldn't quite get it to zoom up as much as I could with the red one. This, I think, is where this is where I get Luke Cage, and he's one of the allies in the game. And I put him in because there's only 2 alternate costumes officially in the PS3 version, but his suit is more of a hybrid of his classic suit, which was yellow and black with his afro, but they've made him bald and they've given him a yellow shirt and a little belt buckle which says Cage on it, and I really do like that design. They also used it in Marvel Ultimate Alliance too. This is Moon Knight's design, which is his classic design, from the comics with a few modifications. This is Wolverine's astonishing X-Men suit with slight modifications as well. Black Cat's suit is mostly the same from the game, no, the comics, but they've added a belt. And Vulture's is very different from the comics, as he has electric wings instead of strapped on wings. And I'm not sure if I really like this design better. I think I like the comic one better, but that's probably because I'm a comic fanboy. But it does work well for the game because it allows him to be more agile. So that was quite a good design decision, I think. Electro is pretty much the same from the comics, except his mask is much more gritty, and his is all different proportions. But it's still a good suit design and works well with the game, as well. The straps on the wrists are slightly different. Finally, Rhino for the allies is the same from the comics again, except they've given him a more body armor looking style with Rhino shoulder blades and wrists and chest. Now to the costumes which I would have wanted in the game. As you may have seen from videos around YouTube, the Wii version of the game has alternate costumes, but neither the Xbox version, the PC, nor the PS3 got these alternate costumes, but they're really cool. As you can see, there's Captain Universe, you may know as Cosmic Spider-Man from Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, the Spider Armor, Iron Spider, Spider Carnage, 2099 Spider-Man, and Ben Reilly. All these would have been really cool, and all apart from one, which is Spider Carnage, are in other games, which are Shattered Dimensions and Edge of Time. So if you want to play with these costumes, obviously you can, but it would have been a nice addition to this game because it's one of my favourite Spider-Man games. However, I think the Amazing Spider-Man game coming out this year could very well beat it because that looks really fantastic. So that's it for the alternate costumes. Next up is an additional character or ally that I thought they could have added into the game, which is Nova. Reason being is I think he's a really great character, and even though it's a bit of a far stretch, I think he could have helped out a lot, and they could have added him in the story. He could have been controlled by the symbiote, and maybe his powers would have been really useful for the game. Anyway, that's it for Alt.costumes episode 4. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do for episode 5 yet, so that should be a surprise. Thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe.